Okay, so I wanted to come on here and make my version of the car chronicles. I did a video like this a month or so ago, and it was more about a motivational video. So this video is inspired by something that one of my clients did, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of like little clips, like a short little clip that he sent me, and then a couple of pictures. I'll put my picture of my vision board, and then a picture of them while they're working and a picture of them after they were done. So here is what I'm going to start out by saying. One of my biggest pet peeves, besides lateness, is people that complain about their situation but do nothing about it. So, you know, I've had people that say, oh, I'm so sorry that you have Crohn's disease, or I'm so sorry that you have this, and I always say, don't say sorry, because everything's a blessing in disguise. And I'm really glad that I went through everything that I went through, and I can't wait. There's so many things that are coming that I'm going to be sharing. So it's like you have the opportunity. I've talked about this in a video, and I'm going to say it again, but there's a picture of two birds, I think they're birds, and one of them is holding a jar and it says happiness on it, and the one bird says to the other bird, where did you find that? I've been looking for it everywhere. And then the bird that's holding happiness says, I created it. And that's so profound and so important that you guys really like embrace that and really think about what that is saying. Like, you have the opportunity to change your life. So instead of like talking about how I'm so sick of being this way, or I'm so sick of being that way, or I'm so sick of that situation, do something about it. The video that I'm talking about, where I'm sitting here and I'm like facing in this direction, and it talks about being afraid of change and don't fear change, because great comes out of change. And I was talking about my move and how scary it is to move and all that other stuff. So I just wanted to briefly come on here. And again, I'm going to show you little clips and pictures of this. But I always talk to my clients about doing vision boards. And I always say, people tell me, my clients tell me that I am great at what I do. And, you know, I say this in the most humble way, but I feel like I'm good at what I do because I do everything that's needed to be a successful health coach. So I have the education that I got 20 years ago, and then continued to get all like multiple different certifications. I have a bunch of letters and stuff next to my name: CPT, sports nutrition, pre and postnatal, older adult, whatever it is. But I have all these different things that are the education behind, and then I'm always constantly trying to learn. You got to keep up with the times. Always trying to learn new things, new training styles, new nutrition, meal types of meal plans and stuff like that. So I'm always trying to learn. But I feel like what also makes me successful is that I have the personal experience 20 plus years ago where I went through a severe eating disorder and depression and nervous breakdown. And when I give a client, and I tell them, we did this. So it's not me. I'm not like this superhero that gave you this power. I didn't do that. And I made you a certain weight, or I made you get to your goal, I made you think different, or I made you start your own business, or anything like that. I taught you what to do, and you took those tools and used them. You didn't sit and complain about your situation as you're reading the book of success that I've given you, and just complained about the situation and didn't literally put it into play. So this client, like, I love what he did. And what I do also is I make my weekly check-in clients and my contestants, they have to give me 6 positives technically. For the clients that are doing it weekly, they have to give me 6 positive, 3 emotional ones and 3 physical ones. And then for my daily check-in clients, I tell everybody they should do affirmations 3 in the morning, 3 at night. You could do more throughout the day. Every time you have a negative thought, you should negate it with 3 positive ones. That's something that I encourage my clients to do, but I force them to do it in their check-ins to me. They write the words affirmations, but now I'm making them say a compliment. And it's not something like I'm stronger than I think or I have greatness in me. Those are all great, but there needs to be more specific. Like I always say, that it should be something that you want to believe and then something that you do physically see. And you should say it in the mirror. I say to do it when you brush your teeth, just like you brush your teeth so your breath doesn't stink, you brush your teeth so your mood doesn't stink. So something that I struggle with, I was told I was stupid my entire life. According to The Secret, I actually said it wrong. You don't want to say, I gotta like for me, I was saying for years, I am not stupid, but I said it wrong. I should have been saying I am smart. In The Secret, they say, you don't say I gotta get out of debt, I gotta get out of debt, because you actually attract more debt. You say I want to make money, so then you're attracting money, okay? So the same thing applies. When a client's like, oh, my upper body is so much weaker than my lower body. No, say your lower body is stronger than your upper body. It's just the way that you word things. So you got to think about your words. I post a motivational video in all of my groups every single morning. So getting back to the whole what I told this client, so I tell everybody that they should do vision boards, and I tell everybody that they should write a positive affirmation to let me know. It's all personal. I will never share their, unless it's like, sometimes I do share client positives. If it's something that's really personal, I won't share it like in my story. But what I tell my clients to do is make a vision board. So basically my vision board that I shared that I do have to redo, it actually got messed up in the move because I had it at the studio, but I talk about what a vision board should be. It should not be a bunch of pictures, okay? I mean, it can have pictures, but shouldn't just be that. So the most important part about the vision board is to have your goals written out. Have why are they your goals? Tony Robbins talks about it all the time, all these motivational speakers. If you don't know why you're doing something, you're not gonna stick to it. And then how will life be different when you get there? So there should be a chart. So you'll see, well, we can keep it up here kind of in the corner maybe. And that was my vision board. There's also a section hanging on the corner, which it might be hard to see, but it says goals reached. So the goals that you're trying to get to, those are all written on Post-its. Why? Because when you reach them, you need to peel them off. Then the goals that are reached are written in pen, marker, whatever you want to write them in. So you see where you're going, but then you also see how far you've come. So it's really important to actually have it laid, and it could be anything. It could be a fitness goal, it could be a health goal, it could be a life goal, it could be a family goal, it could be a relationship goal, it could be anything, okay? And another really important bullet point is you should have mini goals on there. Because you want to, maybe within a week or 2 weeks, you want to be able to peel at least one thing off of there to keep you motivated. So there's a picture that I had of a ladder, okay? And there's somebody that's all the way at the top of the ladder because the steps are really close together. And then there's somebody at the bottom of the ladder like reaching because the step is so high. So let's just say somebody that needs to lose 100 pounds. That is so like emotionally and physically exhausting to think I have 100 pounds to lose. But if you say to yourself, all right, I just want to lose X number of weight by next week. I want to lose X number of weight by this. I want to lose X number of weight by the end of the month. And you have those little mini goals. I want to prep my food for the whole entire week, this Sunday. Boom, you do that, then you peel it off. And then you start creating this big flow of where you're going and how far you've come so that you can see that. So that's what keeps you motivated. So my client brought in, like he manages a team of people and he has a bunch of other people that manage teams in other departments. He brought his vision board in. He actually allowed me to post it in my story. Some things are really personal, so like we cross them out. But he brought it to work and he shared it with his employees and they all had a conversation, and this was something that they talked about for maybe a week, not like a month. And last night they got together and he literally told me, I'm not really feeling very well, but this was like my thing and I made it a point to go. And there's another little bullet point to this. So he wasn't feeling well. He went to this party, sent me, and I'll show you the pictures and the clips, they'll be popping up and stuff like that. And then I asked him if he would mind taking a picture with all the girls, and these are all like managers of teams. And then he sent me a message at the end of the day about what a game changer it was and how much he feels like it's going to impact everything at work. And then in his check-in, he went to the gym at 11 o'clock at night because he hadn't gone to the gym earlier because he wasn't feeling good. So his motivation, his mindset game was so strong at the party that it gave him the fuel to go to the gym at 11 o'clock at night to get in a training workout. Okay, so I talk about this all the time, that mindset is fire. Like compliments, drive, goals, that's what fires you up every day. And that's why I do the affirmations in the morning, because it gives you the fire and the motivation to get you through the day. So you start out with intent and then you end with satisfaction. So I hope that somebody is inspired by any of these pictures. I am so proud of my client for doing that. It actually re-inspired me to do my vision board again. The vision board that you guys saw earlier, it had goals for me and Koa. It didn't just have my goals. But now I'm gonna make one for me, Koa, and Amir, because Amir, we are gonna start creating, he's actually starting therapy this week, for those that don't know that he's autistic. So he's gonna be starting therapy, and we're gonna start creating goals for him. So I hope you guys like this. I hope you found some kind of fire in it. Go make an amazing vision board and go reach those goals.